Hello, wonderful learners. I hope you are all ready for today's lesson. I am Joseph Techi, your facilitator for Mathematics Basic 4. Wonderful learners, I always say that mathematics time, activity time. Very good. So this shows clearly that you are truly ready for today's lesson. Before we come to today's lesson, now you can see I hold those sheets. This is a full sheet of paper. Now I want to do something. I want to perform an activity here. Look at it. I have folded this sheet and I've opened it. What do you see? Now you can see that this full sheet has been divided into two equal halves. So we have one half here and then the other half here. You've seen it? Good. So today, our mathematics, we are looking at fractions. And under this fraction, we want to look at fraction as equal parts. Fraction as equal parts. You see, at the earlier stage, we had this one full sheet of paper. We divided the full sheet of paper into two equal halves. And you can see that one half is here and then the other one half is here. When you look at it very well, you see that this side is equal to this side. This one half sheet here is equal to the other one half sheet here. If you look at it very well. Good. So that is why we are saying that today we want to look at fraction as equal parts. But let's look at our objective. We are saying that by the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify fraction as equal parts. Good. Now, let's look at the fraction as we are saying. We are saying that fraction is an equal part of a whole or a group. First, I gave you the full sheet of paper here. It was one whole sheet of paper. I folded the paper into two equal halves, where I have one half here and then the other one half here. And we are also saying that fraction is an equal part of a whole or a group. Wonderful learners. Now when you look at this picture, let's look at this picture. The picture I have here. Let's look at it. This is a circle. It's one full circle. This is one full circle, which has been divided into two equal halves. We have the one half here and then the other one half here. And when you look at it, you realize that this one half has been shaded. It has been shaded. So we say the circle is divided into two equal parts. This is a circle which has been divided into two equal parts. So we have one part here and the other part here. This side or this part is the same as this part. And they are saying the shaded part, look at it, this is the shaded part. The shaded part is 1 out of 2. Now we have 1 and then 2. The full circle has been divided into two equal halves. We have one half here and then the other one half here. And one half has been shaded. So here we say the shaded part is 1 out of 2. So this is 1 out of what? The 2. It's 1 and then 2. And 1 has been taken out, or 1 has been shaded. So here, when we look at this fraction, we will say that this fraction is 1 out of 2, or we say 1 half. 1 half. 1 out of 2, or 1 half. This is fraction as a part of a whole. This is the whole thing. Now let's look at as a part of a group. Fraction is an equal part of a group. Now we have, how many circles do we have here? Let's look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6. But learners, I want us to assume these circles to be oranges. Let's take these circles that we see to be oranges, or as oranges. So how many oranges do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here, if you are representing this as oranges, then it means we have 6 oranges. Good. So here we have the 6 oranges are divided into 2 equal groups. The 6 oranges that we have here are divided into 2 equal groups. So we have the group here. This is the first group and then the second group. So the first group, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. And then the second group too, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. So you've seen that 6 oranges. So it has been grouped 3, 3. We have 3 here, and then we have the other 3 here. So it means that the oranges have been grouped into 2 equally. So here we say the 6 oranges are divided into 2 equal groups. The groups in the ring shows. Let's look at the groups in the ring. So this is the group in the ring. The group in the ring. This is it. So the group in the ring shows what? 1 out of 2. Now let's look at it. How many oranges are there? We are saying that we want to take these circles to be oranges. So how many oranges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 oranges. And when you look at these 6 oranges, it has been divided into 2 groups. So we have the first group and then the second group. So if they are divided it into 2 groups, the first group here and then the second group there. And now let's look at the one with the ring. The group in the ring. It shows what? 1. Because the groups are 2. 1, 2. There are 2 groups. 1 group and then 2. This is the second group. Making 2 groups. So the one in the group will represent what? 1. Then this one too will also represent another group, making 2 groups. So here we say 1 out of 2. And this one, the fraction is also 1/2, or 1 out of 2. So this is how it is. So this is the first group. This is one group out of how many groups? 2 groups. One group out of how many groups? 2 groups. 1 and then 2. So this is one group out of what? 2 groups. So here the fraction is what? 1/2, or we can say 1 out of 2. Learners, now let's come to what we want to look at. Now, they are saying that we should write the fraction for the shaded parts. Write the fraction for the shaded parts. And this one, when they give it to you, how are you going to do it? This is very simple. I always say that mathematics is as easy as ABC. Some people don't like mathematics, but when we take mathematics, that is the interesting subject that we have. Now let's look at this circle. Now let's look at it. This circle. This circle. The circle has been divided into how many parts? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means that the circle here has been divided into 4 equal parts. And the 4 equal parts, how many parts has been shaded? That is the question. It says, write the fraction for the shaded parts. So we want to write the fraction for the shaded part. So here you are supposed to first consider the number of equal parts. And how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many of them have been shaded? Let's count. We can see 1, 2, and then 3. So it means that 3 parts has been shaded. So when you are going to write fraction for this, it's going to be what? 3 out of what? 4. So 3 has been shaded. 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of the total. Total is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. You've seen it. So that is the fraction. And this one, when we are writing, it will be more appropriate for us to say it is what? 3/4. So here, when you are representing this fraction, you will say the fraction which has been shaded is what? 3/4. 3/4. But in some cases, learners say 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. But I think it will be more appropriate to say this. 3/4. 3/4. Now let's come to the second one. So this is the first one. Now we go to the second one. The second one. The second one too, I will say we have what shape is this? Rectangle. Rectangle. Good. And we have this rectangle. Now we have to consider the number of parts that the rectangle has been divided. So now let's look at it. It will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So it means that this rectangle has been divided into how many equal parts? 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And the 5, how many of them have been shaded? How many have been shaded? So here too we have what? 1, 2. So only 2 of them. They've shaded 2 of them. So when you are going to write the fraction for this, it's going to be what? 2 out of what? It's 2. How many has been shaded? They have shaded how many? 2. 1, 2. So 2 out of the total, it will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be what? 2 out of 5. And remember, I said it will be more appropriate to say what? 2/5. 2/5. So that is the fraction. The fraction will be what? 2/5. 2/5. Because when you look at it, 2 of them have been shaded, and out of the total is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be what? 2/5. So this is rectangle. Wonderful learners. Now let's look at this one too. Let's look at this one. This one is like rectangle which is standing. And this one was rectangle which is what? Lying down. But this one is rectangle which is what? Standing. Good. So now let's look at this rectangle. First, let's look at how many parts this rectangle has been shaded into how many equal parts. That is the first thing we are supposed to look at. How many equal parts has this rectangle been shaded? So we are going to look at this rectangle has been divided into how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've seen it. So it has been divided into 6 equal parts. This rectangle which is standing, it has been divided into 6 equal parts. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then how many has been shaded? How many? So now we are considering the shaded parts. So the shaded part will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So this one, it will be 4 out of the total. The total number will be what? The total equal part which has been shaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 part has been shaded out of 6. So this one too, when we are saying the fraction for this is going to be what? 4 out of 6. 4 has been shaded out of the total what? 6. And I was saying that it will be more appropriate to say that 4/6. 4/6. You've seen it. 4/6. Then let's come to this one. The fourth one. Now the fourth one. This is also, what shape is this? Circle, good. And now when we look at this circle, it has been shaded into how many equal parts? Let's look at it. This circle has been shaded into how many equal parts? 3 equal parts. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3. Good. So that is it. So this one is 1, 2, 3. Meaning this circle has been shaded into 3 equal. This circle has been divided into 3 equal parts. It has been divided into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. And how many has been shaded? It has been divided into 3 equal parts. And how many has been shaded? Only 1. Only 1. So here, when we are writing, it becomes what? 1 out of the total. What? 3. So this is what? 1 out of 3. 1 part has been shaded out of the total 3. So this one is 1 out of what? 3. And I'm saying that it will be more appropriate for us to say 1/3. This is 1/3. 1/3. Now let's look at the 5th one. The 5th one. Now, what is the name of this shape? Or what shape is this? It's triangle. Good. Triangle. Even KG people are aware of these shapes. All these shapes, those in KG, even those in the nursery, they are familiar with these shapes. So this is triangle. Triangle. So when you take this triangle has been divided into how many equal parts? Let's look at it. This triangle, it has been divided into how many equal parts? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, and when we add the shaded one to it, becomes what? 4. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So it means that this triangle has been divided into 4 equal parts. And the thing is saying, write the fraction for the shaded parts. We are to write the fraction for the shaded parts. So the shaded parts, how many? How many? Only 1 part has been shaded. So here it's going to be what? 1 out of the total. We counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it's going to be what? 1 out of what? 4. 1 out of 4. And I am saying that it will be more appropriate for us to say 1/4. 1/4. 1/4. Then let's look at the 6th one. The 6th one. The 6th one. What shape is this? Let's look at this shape. What shape is this? It's also a circle. I told you earlier on that those in the nursery, they are familiar with the shapes. They just pick it and tell you, this is circle, this is rectangle, this is oval, all the shape, they will mention it to you. They are familiar with. And you are in class 4. So this shape is what? A circle. And now let's look at the circle. This circle has been divided into how many equal parts? And this one, you see, they have divided it into many parts. So when you are counting, you are supposed to be very careful. Otherwise, you will make a mistake. So what we are going to do is, I will start from where they have shaded so that I will land behind it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it means that this circle has been divided into 8 equal parts. We counted. You want us to count again? Okay, let's count again and see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this circle has been divided into 8 equal parts. And how many have been shaded? This one, the shaded one, you can just look at it and say it. So when you look at it, you can say, it's what? 1, 2, only 2. So when we are writing the fraction for this, it's going to be what? 2 out of the total, which is what? 8. Learners, you've seen it. So this fraction is what? 2 out of 8. But remember, I told you that it is more appropriate for us to say 2 8. 2 8. You've seen it. You've seen it. So when they give it to you, write the fraction for the shaded part. They can draw any shape at all. And then divide it into several equal parts. And they will shade some parts and ask you to write the fraction for the shaded parts. Learners, I hope when such work is given to you, you solve it easily. You've really understood what we have taught here. With this, you see, when they were doing it, when we were looking at it, they said when you are dividing, you divide it into what? Equal parts. Equal parts. I know some of you, when they give you something to share equally among yourself, some of you try to cheat. Some of you want to take the greater parts. So you cheat your friend. And this results in fights. It results in quarrel. You've seen that. So when they give you something that you are supposed to share equally among yourself, learners, you are supposed to try as much as you can to share it equally. And when you share it equally, you bring peace. Peace will be with you all the time. But if you try to cheat your friend, you see that there will not be peace. Sometimes you fight. Sometimes you quarrel. You've seen that. So here, today we talked about the fraction. And the fraction, it said is what? It's an equal part of a whole. Some of you, when your parents are living, or when your parents give you bread, that Isi and Kojo share the bread among yourself, then you see that one wants to cheat the other. It is not good. It is not good. When we are sharing something, when they ask us to share something equally among ourselves, let us all try, and then we share it equally among ourselves so that it will prevent fights among ourselves. Learners, I don't want to leave you like that. I want you to try your hands on this. Now, I said you should write the fraction for the shaded parts. And I have this one. And then this one. So I've given you two to solve it with ease. Wonderful learners, I hope and believe you have really understood today's lesson. So we meet again. I say bye.